Oh boy. First things first, to start off this discussion video, I don't like making these types of videos here on my channel. I don't like dwelling too much into VTuber drama here on my channel when it pertains to uploading videos. I don't want to really classify myself as a drama tuber. I don't make videos about VTuber news all the time like people like False ID and Rima Even Star and so many others out there do. But this is a topic, this is a story that I feel the need to have to talk about because what just transpired yesterday afternoon, July 21st, 2025, is going to go down as one of the most evil, fucked up things I've ever seen in my entire time as a VTuber fan in this community. Vshojo has fucked up big time. So, in case you've been living under a rock and you don't know what the hell's going on, Ironmouse, one of the biggest virtual YouTubers of all time, one of the biggest indies in the world, one of the biggest content creators on the planet, has at numerous times been ranked #1 on Twitch for most followers, most subscribers, pretty much has set so many records on Twitch. One of the biggest content creators in the world. So big, in fact, that she literally did a collaboration with the person who topped her, Kai Cenat. But anyways, you get the point. One of the biggest virtual YouTubers of all time. Somebody that I've been following for a long, long time. She dropped a video yesterday afternoon on her main YouTube channel. And I'm just scrolling through my subscriptions, just catching up with my YouTube subscriptions, just trying to see what the hell's going on, what to watch. And I see this little gem uploaded. And I see the title, and the first thing that's going through my head is, oh no, the fuck they didn't. Because Vshojo recently has not been in very good news lately. This year has been absolutely god awful for them. It started off with them losing Matara at the beginning of the year. I've heard rumblings that it may have had something to do with her seeking another merchandising deal away from the company, which probably caused them to terminate her. It hasn't been officially proven. Just rumors, just speculations, but that's what many people are believing is what led to her leaving the company. You've had multiple staff members leave the company, managers leave the company. I believe even the vice president of the company left. Then you had Giga end up leaving recently, followed up just a few days later by Zentreya leaving. Zentreya, one of the founding members of Vshojo, one of the biggest names in the history of Vshojo, was there day fucking one when the company opened its doors, and she walks away from the company. And then I see Ironmouse upload this, and the first thing that went through my head is, oh no, the fuck they didn't. What the fuck is going on? Because for them to lose Mouse, they had to have royally fucked up big time. Because Mouse is one of the sweetest and most kindest people I've ever seen in VTubing. So I click onto the video and I watch it, and oh my fucking god. It was worse than I thought. I'm going to let the video play out here for all of you to see, and I'm going to give my thoughts afterwards.
I am leaving Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately, right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vshojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you were ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream. And that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join Vshojo, and it was through Vshojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join Vshojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because I felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join Vshojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt-tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that Vshojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following two subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success, so I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Vshojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection, and this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay. Bye bye.
You know, as somebody that's been a part of the VTuber community proudly since 2017 and has seen the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the legendary moments, the not so legendary moments, the absolutely infamous moments that not only transcended the VTuber industry but actually broke into mainstream culture, into mainstream news. This is easily one of the most disgusting displays I have ever seen from a VTuber company in my entire time in this community. What Vshojo has just done here is company PR nuclear meltdown. You pretty much just completely nuked your entire public relations. Your reputation is forever done. You are withholding funds from Ironmouse in the sum of God knows what that you've never paid her. But at the same time, and this is the even more really disgusting part, you stole $500,000 from a charity? What? $500,000 for a deficiency disorder fund, for the IDF, for the immune deficiency fund. You stole $500,000 from a charity? You have got to be one of the most. You. This is this is absolutely like this is the type of shit that you would see in like fucking cartoon movies from like cartoon villains or something. Like this is cartoonishly evil. Like you cannot be this big of a fucking scumbag. You cannot be this corrupt of a company, this evil, this greedy, this just absolutely just dirty and disgusting of a company to pull some shit like that. $500,000. 500,000. We're not talking $5. We're not talking 15. We're not talking 25. We're not talking 50. We're not talking 100. We're not talking 500, 1,000, 10,000. We're talking 500. We're talking $500,000. $500,000. I could buy a fucking house with that much money. I could buy a fucking Lamborghini with that much money. $500,000 that was supposed to be given to charity, and you stole it from Mouse. You stole it from the charity. You refused to give it to the charity. And when Mouse asks you where the funds are at, why aren't you giving the funds to the charity? You pretty much give her the fucking silent treatment. Unfucking real. It doesn't take a fucking year to work out paying that amount of money to a charity. I can understand weeks. I can understand months. because that amount of money, it is going to take a little bit of time. I'm not going to discredit that. It's going to take some time to go through all those funds and be able to get everything ready to send it to the charity. It don't take a fucking year. A year? A fucking year. $500,000 just up and disappeared. Just like that. If I could snap my fingers. Just like that. Up and disappeared. Gone. No sign as to where the fuck it went. No idea where the fuck it's at. Just poof, gone. You got Ironmouse here having to lawyer up. Having to fucking lawyer up. Having to hire a fucking attorney just to potentially probably sue your ass. And not only possibly sue you, but also having to willingly dox herself in order to do it, because she's not going to be able to file a lawsuit and not be able. I mean, then again, maybe she could, but I'm just assuming that if she does file a suit against you, she's going to have to dox herself, meaning her public information, her personal information, excuse me, will be all over the internet. She might have to dox herself just to get back funds that you owe not just her, but to her fans and to the fucking charity that you stole it from. This is one of the most disgusting fucking things I've ever seen a VTuber company do. One thing to steal from your VTubers, but a charity? A charity that, by the way, means so much to Ironmouse that it's literally one of the reasons why she's even fucking alive? She puts her heart and soul into raising money for that charity to give back to people in need that fucking need it. And you took it from her. You greedy fucking scumbags. Oh, you donated the money the first time. Yay. You actually did something good. Where's the money the second time? Hmm? Where's the second stream money? Oh, you don't know? Okay. Disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, I could literally scream and shout at the top of my lungs, and honestly, I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like blowing my vocal cord out over you. Because screaming and shouting at the top of my lungs until I'm blue in the face, until my voice goes sour, until my voice pretty much just goes completely out, that ain't gonna solve anything. What the fuck is that gonna do? It ain't gonna bring back that $500,000. That $500,000, it's gone. I don't know if you pocketed it for yourself. I'm assuming that you most likely did, but it's gone. Poof, gone. To do this to Mouse of all people, to do this to your biggest talent, Mouse. I'm okay. I'm not trying to discredit everybody else in Vshojo. I love everybody else in Vshojo, from Kason to Henya to Haruka to Amelie. There are so many amazingly wonderful, talented people in that company, and I'm not trying to discredit them. But when you think of the number one person in Vshojo, when you ask people who's the biggest talent in Vshojo, everyone unanimously is going to say Ironmouse. She's the biggest name they've ever had. To do something this disgusting to her of all people really fucking just makes my fucking blood boil and really pisses me off. You know, I don't have Iron Mouse's condition. And I'm thankful that I don't. I'm not trying to say that in a bad way. I'm just saying I'm just glad I don't have her condition because I could not imagine having to live with a health condition like that. Where even if I get something as small as a common flu, it could be enough to kill me. But if I was in her shoes, I'd be fucking fuming. If I was in her shoes, even though doing it would probably cause me to dox myself onto the internet, you're damn right I would fucking sue. If I was in her shoes, you're damn right I would fucking file a lawsuit. I don't care that you're a $1 billion company. Iron Mouse herself, she may not be a billionaire, but she's probably going to be a fucking billionaire if she gets done suing your ass. Hell yeah, I would fucking sue the hell out of them if I was in her shoes. Not only for the funds that they stole from me that were supposed to be given to charity, but also for pretty much the funds that they're withholding from you, plus other stuff as well. Other stuff that she even said herself she couldn't even talk about. There's more stuff that she can't even talk about that she said in the video. God knows what this stuff is. They could be doing no more nefarious, disgusting behavior behind the scenes, and we don't know about it. Going back to what I was trying to say earlier, I don't have Iron Mouse's health condition. But I do have autism and I do have ADHD. I have a little bit of autism. My ADHD is pretty high though. I know what it's like not to be able to live a normal life. I can't tell you the amount of times when I was a kid, when I had to go to the doctors, when I had to go to doctor appointments and stuff, and they would prescribe me all this really just fucked up medication that was supposed to help me out with my ADHD disorder. And it actually made me a lot worse. I've been in the hospital because of medication that would give me irregular bowel movements that would make my bowels lock up to where my stomach had to be pretty much pumped, to where my intestines pretty much had to be pumped so they can clear all that shit out. I've had one time where all my hair on my head fell out of my fucking head. All the hair on my scalp fell out, and for a while people thought that I had cancer. No one wanted to be around me, no one wanted to touch me. My own family thought I had cancer. I had to go through a fucking treatment just to see if I had cancer. Turned out I didn't. It turned out that it was the medication that I was on that was fucking my health up. I've been on Xanax. I've been on all sorts of medication. All sorts of really just fucked up medication that doctors would prescribe to me. And I finally got to a point nearly 15 years ago where I said, I've had enough of this shit. I've had enough. I'm not taking this medication anymore. Fuck you. Take me to jail. I don't give a shit. If I don't want the fucking medicine, I don't want the fucking medicine. I haven't been to a doctor since 2011. It's been nearly 15 years since I last saw a doctor. I don't take medication from a doctor anymore. Only medication that I really take is over the counter stuff like aspirin or like aspirin, Tylenol, cough drops for whenever I have like a really bad cough. I take cough drops, over the counter stuff. But like the really heavy stuff, I haven't had that in nearly 15 years. And I don't want to go back to it because it fucked me up mentally and it also fucked me up physically. That medication pretty much ruined my life in a way because I lost a lot of people. I lost a lot of friends because of it because they didn't want to be around me. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect. Nobody's perfect. Hell, as much as I love Ironmouse, she ain't perfect either. She's done some things in the past that I didn't approve of, but we're not here to discuss that here. I don't have the condition that she has, but I know what it's like to not to be able to live a normal life. Would I say my life is happy now? Well, I mean, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm still able to upload videos to YouTube. I'm still able to make content for my channel, for my fans, for my friend, for my best friend. I'm still able to do watch alongs, anime watch alongs with my best friend. We're actually going to be watching Steins Gate sometime this week. I can't wait to get back to that because that's a fucking incredible anime. But anyways, this is disgusting. Like absolutely just fucking disgusting. I'm forever done with Vshojo after this. Even if they were to come out tomorrow and say we're gonna give $500,000 to the charity plus more, even if they did that, the damage is done. You're done. Your PR is done. Your reputation is done. It's done. It's gone, done, dead, gone. All your remaining talent at the time of me making this video have removed Vshojo out of their Twitter handles. Kason is going fucking nuclear on her YouTube channel. She's got a stream scheduled for about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning my time. I'll try to catch it when I wake up tomorrow. And I don't know what the hell that girl's about to say, but if there's one thing I've known from watching Kason for all these years, you don't want to piss that girl off. You do not want to piss Kason off. And judging on what I'm currently seeing, that girl has got to be volcano levels of mad. Everybody else, like I said, has removed the company's name from their Twitter handles. There could be a max exodus tomorrow. I could wake up tomorrow morning and find out that every talent in the company has walked out on you. And honestly, I would applaud if that happens. I would actually applaud and be happy if that happens. Because honestly, after this bullshit that you pulled, you don't deserve to be a company no more. You don't deserve to have the talent that you have. The hardworking, lovable people that are in your company that bust their ass day in, day out, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year the fuck out. Making content not just for your company, but for their fans. For the people that tune in and watch their fucking streams, watch their fucking videos, watch the clips, donate money to them, care about them, love them. Have gone to fan conventions dressed up as them, have literally gone up and met them in person if they showed up to a convention. Whether that be virtually or literally actually there in real life. And you do this to Mouse of all people. I mean, if you did it to anybody else in the company, it would be disgusting, and I still would make a video talking about it. But Mouse? Mouse! You fuck over Mouse! The biggest talent your company has ever seen, and you fuck her over. A girl that's won numerous awards is the only VTuber in history to win Content Creator of the Year at the fucking Video Game Awards. One of the most watched events one of the most watched events of the year. One Content Creator of the Year. The first and only VTuber to ever do that. Multiple VTuber award winner. Broken so many records on not just Twitch, but YouTube as well. I believe, unless I'm wrong, unless somebody broke it, has the most donated super chat live stream in VTuber history that, by the way, all that money was for the same charity that you just stole from. And to steal the money, to take $500,000 from a charity that benefits in researching and helping out people that have the same condition that Mouse has. Theoretically, if you look at it in a certain perspective, it looks like you're trying to purposely kill Ironmouse. That's fucked up. That's fucking disgusting. That's fucking gross. This girl's busted her ass for you for 5 damn years. For 5 fucking years. Half a decade spent working in your company. And you do this to her. You slimeball fucking bastards. That's really what you are at the end of the day. Slimeball, greaseball, money hungry bastards. And if you somehow see this video and you want to try to take me to court, I don't got the fucking money. Number 2, you ain't gonna get shit out of me. Number 3, do you really want to take a random YouTuber to court for shit talking your company when everybody else on the internet is doing the exact same? Boy, oh boy, your PR is already in the shitter. You want to make it even fucking worse? What's next? You gonna... Oh God, I hope you don't do this. What's next? Are you gonna file a lawsuit against Mouse? I don't want you to. But in a way, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if you do that. I don't want you to do that because oh man. If you have the balls to file a lawsuit against Ironmouse, shut your fucking doors now. You are going to cause a backlash so severe, you're going to put people at risk of getting hurt. I don't want to see that happening. I don't want to see that happen to anybody. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But if there are people in Mouse's community, there are people in the VTuber community that will get so pissed off that they'll seek to do very, very just horrifying things. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see it happen at all. Don't do it, Vshojo. Don't you even fucking dare pull the trigger and try to file a countersuit or a lawsuit against Mouse. The best thing that you could do right now is pay the 500,000, give Mouse her funds that she's owed, and move the fuck on. Or honestly, at this point, shut the fucking company down. Pay the funds, and just shut the fucking company down. That's the best thing you can do. Everybody's pretty much revolting against your company. It looks like all your talent are fixing to walk out. What, are you going to file a lawsuit against every single one of your talent for walking out? Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, I know Gun Run is a billionaire, but at the end of the day, if he actually were to do something like that, he ain't going to be a billionaire much longer. I tell you that. And the Gun Run, all I gotta say is this. You started this VTuber company in 2020 with the inspiration to promote a company all about talent freedom. We let our VTubers do whatever the hell they want here. They have the freedom to play what they want, do what they want, say what they want. As long as they don't go too far. Or as long as they don't say anything that pisses us off. But you're a company that prides itself on quote unquote talent freedom. Did that give you the freedom to steal $500,000 from charity from the biggest talent your company's ever seen? I don't think so. I thought you were one of the good ones. I really did. I really thought you were one of the good ones, dude. I thought you were a good guy. And then I find out that your company, and you specifically, are doing some very disgusting behavior behind the scenes. And there's more that we don't even know about. From the bottom of my heart, as a VTuber fan, and as a fan of Ironmouse, fuck you! And that's the nicest thing I could say without going into an absolutely just extreme vulgar rant that not only would get this video taken down off of YouTube, but probably get my whole channel taken down too. That's the nicest thing I could really say. And even then, it's not so nice at all. From this day forward, I will never talk about Vshojo on my channel ever again, unless you absolutely just decide to go fucking nuclear and do something so catastrophically stupid that I don't have a choice to talk about you. But for the time being and for the future, I will not be discussing Vshojo here on my channel. I will not be supporting your company. I will support the talent that are in your company, but I'll support them when they go independent, when they leave your fucking company. As much as I want to continue supporting them now, I don't want to give you any time or day. I don't want to give you the time of day tuning into your streams and giving your company money. Just by clicking on one of your talent streams, I'd be giving your company money, and I really don't want to fucking do that. I'll support the talent when they're away from your company. I'll still check out what they're doing every now and again in terms of like hearing of what's going on and stuff. But I'm not gonna watch their streams or anything because I don't want to give your company. Well, I'll make one exception, and that's for case. Well, then again, I'll probably find out when I wake up in the morning. I probably won't even have to watch the stream. I'll probably find out because everybody's going to be talking about it. Okay, scratch that. I don't really have to watch Case on stream because I know everybody's going to be talking about it when I wake up. But in terms of supporting your company, I'm done. This is the nail in the fucking coffin. You might as well take the coffin and bury it 6 feet in the ground and just fill it with dirt. You're dead to me. You and your company are forever dead to me. And even if your company doesn't close its doors very soon, if your company continues chugging along, acting like everything's all fine, even if you do pay the 500 grand to the charity, even if you come out with a public apology, the damage is done. There's no forgiving you for this. I'll be moving on with my life, and a lot of other people are going to be moving on with their lives too. I don't hate the talent that are currently in Vshojo. If they decide they want to stay, that's up to them. I'm gonna question why they would want to stay with a company that would do business practices like that. I will question them on that. But if they want to stay, they want to stay. Doesn't mean I have to respect their opinion. Doesn't mean I have to respect their decision. But I'm gonna have to live with it. But personally, if I was in your company, I'd be looking for a lawyer to get the fuck out of my contract effective immediately. I'd be getting the fuck out ASAP and just be an indie. And that ties into a joke I used to make. I used to always say that if I ever were to become a virtual YouTuber, if I ever got myself a VTuber model, I would never go corpo. I would never join a VTuber corporation, except for maybe Vshojo, and that's if they would be willing to take me on. well, you could take that and shove it up your fucking ass at this point, because there ain't no way in fucking hell I'm gonna join you. You could throw all the money in the world at me to join your company. I ain't fucking doing it. Why? So that way I could be the next one that you fuck over? I don't think so. I don't think so. From this day forward, unless you do absolutely something nuclear, catastrophically bad, so fucking stupid that I have no choice but to talk about you again. From this day forward, I will never discuss your company on my channel ever again. To the talent in Vshojo, I wish you all well. I hope you get the fuck out of there. I really hope you all make the decision to breach your contract and get the fuck out of that shithole. I want Vshojo to die and go to fucking hell. Fuck that company for all eternity for what the fuck they did. And it's sad. 2025 has been one hell of a roller coaster year for virtual YouTubing. And this year ain't even over yet. It's still fucking summer. It's not even August yet. And we've already seen two absolutely gigantic stories in VTubing this year. One was Cinder, which I could have done a video about, but I decided not to. And then this, which I didn't have a choice but to talk about this. And it's going to be the only time I talk about this, unless, again, you do something catastrophically stupid. This is Netrunner Gaming HD signing out. Peace, stay safe, have a great rest of the day or night. I'll put a link down below. I'm going to have to space it because my YouTube doesn't allow me to put links in the description, but I'll space it and you could put it together in another tab. Link down below in the description box to Ironmouse's donation fund. She's already racked up over $100,000 at the time of me making this video. So if you want to donate some of your own money, feel free to do so. Link will be down below in the description. And with that being said, fuck Vshojo. Always, forever, and for eternity. I'm out. Ironmouse, I love you. I wish you the best of luck going forward. I'm sorry that this had to happen to you. I really hope you don't have to dox yourself to where your name is all over the internet, to where all your personal information is all over the internet. I hope it doesn't resort to that. I wish you well. If you end up having to sue them, if you do sue them, I hope you win. I hope this goes to court, and I hope you fucking win. It probably won't go to court. It'll probably be settled, but nonetheless, best scenario that could come out of this, in a way, the best scenario would be Mouse files a lawsuit. It either goes to court and she wins, or they settle. Vshojo pays the charity the amount they're owed. They pay Ironmouse the amount she's owed, plus a little extra for all the troubles. And Vshojo lets all their talent walk out of the company and closes its fucking doors. That's the best case scenario. Will it happen? I doubt it. I fucking doubt it, but we'll see. Anyways, this is my discussion video on this topic. I didn't want to talk about this, but I felt like I had no choice. Because this involves somebody that I really deeply care about. I love you, Mouse, and I will always love you. Even though I don't agree with you on everything, I always will have a lot of love and respect for you. And I wish you well in your future endeavors, whatever you decide to do in the future. I'm out. Bye bye.